What's going on? Man. Ooh, I got a story for you. I have a story for you. And this story is something that is personal to me. And it's personal to millions and millions of other people because we were all affected by it. At least those of us that tell the truth, those of us that wanted to share the truth, those of us that were interested in seeking the truth. This affected all of us. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Google admitted to censorship, working with the Biden administration and censoring the American people. That's what I'm referring to. It happened. They actually, we all know that they were doing it. And you know what? It's even happening. It's still happening. From what I can tell, it's still happening. There's been predominant doctors that have put information under this post that I saw on X. And it's from the Judiciary House Committee and the GOP, of course. And this predominant doctor, he put a quote on there saying that it's still happening to him today, because if you go on Google and you search for certain information, that you're not going to get that information to be provided to you. That information is not being provided to you. And I don't know why they're still doing it, but nonetheless, they are. They're still doing it. And I guess it's going to continue to happen no matter what. It's just the way things are. But nonetheless, I'm going to share some of the stuff with you on why I think it's about time. Now, Jim Jordan, according to the information, I did a little short video last night and I put it just about everywhere. I did a little short video talking about the censorship that Google just admitted to. This is not me making it up. This is not me wishing it was they would acknowledge it. This is something that they've actually done. They've actually admitted to what they've been doing. And here, hold on one second. I'm going to show you a couple clips that I have for you pertaining to a lot of this. Now, this first one I want to share with you, this is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, she is like one of the main ones. She's like one of the main ones that's out here talking about free speech. And she's actually saying that President Trump is basically stopping free speech. Like he's preventing it from happening. She's like the main one trying to act like, President Trump, he is destroying the democracy. And you know what? I'm so sick and tired of hearing him saying that President Trump is destroying democracy. You know how democracy works? Because we are a constitutional republic. Y'all know that, right? Y'all realize that? We are a constitutional republic. And because we're a constitutional republic, we're not a democracy. When democracy comes into play, when you vote for somebody and then that person wins the election and then they're in that position, okay? But see, Democrats, because we're not a democracy, the reason why we're not a democracy, because the people that we elected to be our representatives, they don't rule over us. See, in a democracy, the people that are above us are in these political positions. They rule over us. They don't work for us. That's how it works in a democracy. I don't want a democracy. I don't want anyone ruling over us. If I work and I help someone get elected into political office, the reason why I do it, because I want them to work for you and I. The Democrats have a different opinion about that. They believe that the people, because of their democracy, they should rule over everybody. Mob rules. Mob rules. I'm not down with mob rule. And I guarantee majority of you that are watching right now are not down with mob rule. But the left, they are completely for mob rule. And it's like they don't even hide it that they are. It's like they're completely fine with it. So before I play this clip with Hillary Clinton, I just want to mention something. 3.5 years ago, maybe almost 4 years now, I put information on YouTube about a lady. I don't know if she was a doctor or what, but she was from China and she was on CNN. And while she was on CNN, she was saying before people, this when Joe Biden was in office, and this was early in 2021, actually, early in 2021. She said before, because see, Joe Biden and the Democrats, they saw the route of the economy. The economy was getting worse because people were not going back to work. So they said, we got to open it up. We have to open it up because it's going to do more damage to the country if we don't open it up. Well, this lady from China went on the Communist News Network and she said, I'm not a, let me make sure this statement is clear, because they took me down because they said I was putting out medical advice. I never put out any medical advice. I never claimed to be a doctor. But this woman went on the Communist News Network, CNN, and she said before the American people realize the freedoms that they have, they should be forced to take the Kool-Aid. So I'm still doing some self-censorship because I don't believe anything that they say that they're going to allow political speech or anything going, right? They have to be forced. They should be forced to drink the Kool-Aid before they realize the freedoms that they have. I couldn't believe it. When I saw that, I'm like, she actually said that. She actually said that. So me, being who I am, sharing information with everybody, I took that information, that clip that was on CNN, and I shared it with the world, and YouTube took my channel down 3.5, almost 4 years now. I just recently got it back right after President Trump won the election. All of a sudden, I could do an appeal, and I got my channel back. It's amazing. Well, yesterday, Google didn't put out a statement. Jim Jordan, because of his efforts, they put out a statement yesterday that Google admitted to working with the Biden administration in censoring Americans related to COVID, related to political discussion. And the interesting thing about it is that when they did it to people, censoring them, blocking them, banning them, they didn't even violate any of the YouTube community guidelines. They banned these people because of Biden's administration, because the Democrats love censorship. They love censorship. How many times have y'all seen Democrats to say, well, you should not be able to say these things if they hurt my feelings? You know, they don't come out and exactly say it that way, but that's what they're saying. If we don't agree with their way of thinking, they want to shut us down. I've had countless liberals telling me that I should stop doing what I'm doing because they don't agree with it. And I'm like, why don't you just watch somebody else? Won't you watch something else? Why do you have to come listen and pay attention to Will Johnson? What is it about Will Johnson that got you so worked up that you have to listen to? And then trolls will jump on in too. We get trolls jumping in on the feed. I don't go to their pages, but they want to come to mine. And you know what it is? I've had liberals in the past go, you shouldn't be able to say the things you're saying because people shouldn't be able to hear it because you're pushing an agenda that we don't agree with. That's the reason why they're okay with censorship. That's the reason why they want to shut down everybody. Because they don't believe that you should be able to have your own opinion about anything. You shouldn't be able to voice your opinion. You know what? I have the piece of paper that I printed out yesterday with Jim Jordan's statement. It's right there I'm going to go grab it. Don't go anywhere, okay? I'm going to grab it right off screen real quick. Okay, so I have it here. I just want to grab this because I did the little short video, but some people still haven't seen this. And I just want to share what it says. Google admits censorship under Biden. This is what it says. Promise to end bans of YouTube accounts and thousands of Americans censored for political speech. Now, they put this, apparently they told Jim Jordan that they're no longer going to ban us for free speech. Now, this doesn't mean that they're not going to stop doing the shadow banning. right? Because it can be a little broad, right? They're not going to ban YouTube accounts, but they still could do the shadow banning. They've been removing people on my YouTube account. They've been removing people. It's like, from what I can tell, it's been like 10 a day, and they're constantly removing people. So yesterday, the day before yesterday, I took a screenshot of the number of people that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and they don't even allow 1% to get notification. See, it doesn't say anything about allowing people who subscribe to your channel to get notification. We're just not going to ban you. So if someone sees you, they just happen to see you. But they're still not going to elevate anyone like Will Johnson. It says, today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off of YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as COVID and election an opportunity to return to the platform. Now it says an opportunity. This still doesn't mean a guarantee. It still doesn't mean a guarantee. We're going to give you the opportunity, right? And if you just miss the opportunity, then you miss it. Maybe we already missed it. I don't know. You know, because I still know people right now that don't have their YouTube channel back. And let me say this too really quick if I can. See, Facebook, they're still doing censorship. I'm experiencing it right now. And I still see some censorship taking place on YouTube. Maybe it's a process. Maybe it's going to be some time for them to change the algorithms, to fix some of it, to get things the way things supposed to be. And, you know, it just happened to, you know, like people like Will Johnson. We'll get to you at some point. Like, never. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. And then there's 5 bullet points on this. It says Google has also admitted to the following to the House Judiciary Committee. This is number 1. The Biden administration pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube's policies. So they still banned people even though they did not violate the YouTube policies. YouTube went right along with it like there was nothing to see here. Number 2, the Biden administration's censored pressures was unacceptable and wrong. Now, these are things that Google coming back admitting to, right? They're saying it was wrong. It was unacceptable and it's wrong. But you know, we'll just give you a little pat on the hand, right? You know, it was just the nature of the beast. Here's number 3. Political debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. That was number 3. Number 4. The company would never use third-party fake fact checkers. Now, I put the fake part in there, but they said they would never use fake fact checkers. So this is them admitting that they were using the fake fact checkers. And isn't it interesting that it was conservatives and Republicans and MAGA Republicans and Christians were the ones that were getting hit with all of this? Is it just odd or is it just me? You know, it was just primarily. Now, with that said, I've known for some liberals to experience some of it too. And I think they started experiencing some of it when they started getting light bulbs turned on. And I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here. Something's not right. And then it started happening that way. Here's number 5. And this made me think about the UK. You see what's happening in the UK with free speech right now? They're crushing free speech. It's like you say something we don't like, they even put you in jail. Number 5, Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. Not unlawful, but lawful content. So they were going after American-based businesses from Europe, according to this. And Google just let the cat out the bag. These major admissions come after Jim Jordan's subpoena to Google and a years-long investigation into the company. Now, do you think the censorship is going to stop? What do y'all think? You see, I got the chats going up here. Y'all let me know. Y'all put the chats up here. Do you think yes or no? Do you think Google's going to stop? Now, I would like for Google to stop with all this censorship. I would like for Google to stop with the shadow banning. I would like Google to allow the people to get a notification that is connected to my YouTube channel. If the people don't want to watch it, let the decision be up to them. See, what's happened is that a lot of these liberals that work at the company, they've taken it upon themselves to say, well, I don't agree with what you're saying. And all of the people that have subscribed to your channel, I don't think they should be able to see what you're saying either. What do y'all think? Y'all think they're going to stop? Yeah, I don't think they're going to stop either. I think they're just putting the statement out there because they got their hand caught in the cookie jar, and Jim Jordan, an investigation, caught them. And they're like, okay, yep, you got us. Now what? Just like Facebook's still doing censorship, Facebook still won't allow me to get full access back to my account. And as a result of them banning people, years and years ago, before I get to this, years and years ago, when I first started getting real heavy into doing content on YouTube and Facebook and et cetera, YouTube had these training videos, and they were convincing people to walk away from your day job and become content creators. I'm like, oh, this is cool. They were giving people tools, assets to be able to become successful on YouTube, because they wanted people to create content on YouTube, right? They wanted people to walk away from your day job, become content creator, talk about your passion, talk about what moves you. Just to find out that the people working at these companies, when they found out that they didn't like what you were saying, after you people walked away from their careers or whatever it may have been, and become content creators just to get crushed. This hurt people financially. People lost livelihoods because they were removing people's channels for not even violating YouTube's community guidelines. Same thing happened on YouTube, on Facebook. Facebook, again, right now, Facebook is refusing to give me full access back to my account. Refusing to do it. And I've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. So my question is, with them admitting to doing this to primary, and they did it primarily to conservatives. Let's just be real about this. They did it primarily to conservatives. With them crushing them on purpose like this, and they killed people's income, caused people to go homeless in some cases. I mean, it's terrible. It's right down terrible. People lost their livelihoods for something that they didn't even do wrong. And they did it because they knew this is a way to crush Americans. Is it possible that there's going to be lawsuits? I mean, can you sue the federal government? See, now they say that these were independent private companies. They can do whatever it is they want to do. They can do whatever it is they want to do. But these politicians, they were kicking and screaming at ABC and Disney because Jimmy Kimmel got fired. And they were telling ABC to respect the First Amendment, to respect the Constitution. But they don't say this to YouTube, Google, or even Facebook, or even Twitter at the time. They don't say it to them because the left, they love censorship. They love to block people who don't think like them. They love it. They love it. Listen to this. Listen to what she has to say. She's like one of the main ones. She made up the whole Russia dossier. She lied about it. She pushed it. Obama went along with it. And now she's on here. Listen what she says. Listen.
I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but on the other hand, standing up for free speech. I've said a million times, I mean, good Lord, the things that have been said about me, the lies that have been propagated, if I had only known, I could call up the FCC chair and say, take this person off the air, get that person out of my sight, off with his head.
Yeah. What'd she just say?
Air, get that person out of my sight, off with his head. Yeah.
Well, it sounds familiar. It's like some movie, and I can't put my finger on it. What is it? Something about a rabbit hole. off with his head. I mean, I always wondered who played that character.
Get that person out of my sight, off with his head. Yeah. I'm just looking at Joe.
What?
Yeah.
I've done nothing but be kind to you.
Well, once you saw the light, I mean, it was
yeah, because see, what she's talking about, Joe Scarborough used to be considered a Republican, straight up Rhino Republican, but nonetheless, he was a Republican. And now she's saying that he finally saw the light and came over to the dark side of the force. Right? He went over to the dark side of the force. So now, of course, she loves him because he went to the dark side of the force.
Part of an epiphany.
Why don't you admit it? We were the only ones at this network in 2000. Yeah. Well,
no, but you know, you have to laugh about it so you don't cry, because what is happening is so contrary to the founding principles and values this country was built on. Yeah. Why is the First Amendment the First Amendment?
Right.
You know, it's because the people who constructed the, architecture of this incredible country of ours understood what it was like to live under absolute power, where you would be told what to say, what not to say. Don't insult the king. Don't, do anything that will.
And that is a democracy. Absolute power. They want to take absolute power. That is a democracy. And that's what they constantly scream. And isn't it something that she said that she's trying to allude that President Trump is trying to take absolute power? This woman cooked up the whole Russia hoax, trying to overturn our votes. She tried to do that. She tried to do it. And none of them bring that up. None of them say anything. None of them. It's like none of them have an issue with it. It's like, well, this is just the way things were. They never will admit. They never will admit to the wrong things that they've done. They will never do it. This whole censorship thing is 100% driven by tyrants. Tyrants are the one that want to censor free speech. Tyrants are the one that came up with the whole hate speech thing. Don't you know that anytime someone says something hateful towards you, that is hate speech? But they want to make sure that they can block you from saying anything that hurts their feelings and that they deem hateful. Like, you can't say that. What is hate speech? You hurt my feelings. That's hateful. That's hate speech then. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But they deem everything hate speech unless you complied with them.
They're afraid of the government. It's exactly what Donald Trump did.
Who was silenced? Nobody's silenced. We're not.
Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air.
Jimmy Kimmel was not taken off the air by the federal government. And, they get these liberals to believe this nonsense. Oh, my goodness, Trump took him off. Trump took him off the air. Where's the evidence on that again? I want to see the evidence on that. Have y'all seen the evidence of that? But see, they put it out there to get people believing.
Universities afraid to speak their mind. You have research being completely
defunded. We talk about the blue and the red division. Every single one of the reasons why the FCC has a role is because these are broadcast stations with a monopoly that was granted by the government.
Do you feel good about?
No, and I would hate it if the federal government came in and said, you may not say that. The reason why Jimmy Kimmel got himself into the first place is he was repeating a lie believed by 1 in 3 Democrats that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk had right of center beliefs.
He did not say that.
We can parse his verbiage all day long. If he comes out and says, listen, that was not what I was trying to say, thank you, fantastic. I appreciate that, Mr. Kimmel. The problem is that is believed. And we have spent way more time treating Jimmy Kimmel as a victim than the person who was shot and killed in front of their wife and children.
Let me ask you a question. If Joe Biden took down a prominent right-wing personality on TV for what he or she said, would you endorse that?
You're hypothetical if the Biden administration went and jawboned, let's say, social media platforms.
I'm talking about a similar allegory of someone on TV
hundreds of conservatives.
Will you answer my question?
No, that is literally what the administration that you served did. Google just released
a broadcast TV host taken down for words that they say or intimidated on. I will not approve your merger.
In the history of the FCC, they have done that plenty of times on the right.
Was the FCC chair saying we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way, like a mobster?
Your administration.
Were they?
deplatformed and kicked off of social media.
Listen.
You want to talk about actually silencing?
Listen.
Having any single public outlet that you have unallowed to broadcast something, right? Jimmy Kimmel could go on MSNBC tomorrow. He's going back on ABC tonight.
Yep.
This man has not been silenced.
No.
Charlie Kirk's been silenced because he's dead. A lot of conservatives were silenced on social media platforms because the government threatened those social media companies. Facebook, Google, Twitter, you can go down all the list. YouTube, again, just acknowledged to Congress today that they did that at the behest of the Biden administration.
So do you endorse what happened to Jimmy Kimmel?
No, I don't. But I don't care about Jimmy Kimmel.
You see that? And I'm like, oh my goodness, Jimmy Kimmel. You see what happened to Jimmy Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel's one of us. Y'all see this? He's one of us. So they'll fight for him because he hates Trump. And from what I can gather, he hates this country, or majority of the people in the country, from what I gather. I mean, from what I'm hearing. And Jimmy Kimmel, I've yet to hear anything that come out of his mouth that's funny. I haven't heard anything that he says that's funny. Nothing. Have y'all heard anything from him that's funny? I'm still waiting on the funniness to come in, to kick in. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm waiting for it. He's not a funny person. He's absolutely a hateful person. And my thing is how these liberals are acting like it's okay to censor conservatives because of our beliefs. It's okay. They don't have any issues with it. They've done it for years. And I'm still wondering exactly what is going to happen here with YouTube. I really am. Because they're still not allowing people, at least not on my page. I think they're still going to shadow ban a lot of people that they don't agree with. I think a lot of that's still going to happen. All I want is that for the people that are associated with my accounts, for them to get a notification and to allow them to make the decision if they want to listen to anything that Will Johnson has to say. Let them make the decision. Is that too much to ask? And see, what I've noticed, especially on YouTube, when I got my YouTube channel back, of course, because it's been 3.5 years before I got it back, it wasn't monetized because there was no activity going on it. So I had to build that activity back up. And once I started going live back on my YouTube channel, I would get hundreds of people tuning in. And the views for the video would be, several thousand. It'd be a few thousand people watching it. And then it got built up really quick because there's over 100,000 people right here. 100,000 people. 100,000 people. I'm trying to get without the glare. 100,000 people. That's how I got this. They don't give them just, for no reason. I passed 100,000 subscribers. And all I'm asking is the 100,000 subscribers that are on my channel. I worked hard for this too. I mean, it did not come easy. I worked hard. I mean, constantly putting content, working hard, telling the truth. All I'm asking is the people that YouTube sent this to me, my achievement. All I'm asking is that the people that are subscribed to my channel be allowed to get a notification and to make the decision whether or not they want to watch it or not. That's all I'm asking. Same thing on Facebook. On Facebook, I have 370,000 people on my Facebook page. And this is after they removed a lot of people and it started going back up and then it slowed down again. But they removed a lot of people left my page, about 100,000, because of all what the hackers did to my page. But because they did this to me, and like I said, and now YouTube, because after I got it monetized, the number of views went down. Like, how many people do I have on YouTube right now? It says 45 people watching on YouTube. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. 45 people out of 100,000 people. How many of y'all got a notification? right? How many of y'all got notification? People sending me messages saying, well, I'm still not getting notification. I make sure I ring the bell on YouTube. Still not getting notification. It says I have 41 people on Facebook watching. There's 50 on Rumble. Now, I know Rumble has been really working. Rumble's been really working, right? Because Rumble, they're all about free speech. 100% about free speech. And Peel.net, get notifications on Peel.net and even on Getter. I'm live on Getter and Peel.net as well. And we're live on X, American News, which goes to X and various other places. I'm just tired of these people upset with me because I don't agree with them on certain things. And they've taken away my income, which absolutely has hurt me tremendously. And because I'm a content creator, both YouTube and Facebook took my income away. And see, in the whole statement that they admitted to doing all this banning of conservatives, are they going to reverse what they've done thus far? And if they do get to Will Johnson, at what point do they get to me? How long will it take them to go through the algorithms and remove all the conservatives that they put in there to block and to do the shadow banning? How long will it take? Are they going to ever get around to it? Because see, it's one thing to put out the statement admitting to something, and it's another for them to correct it. Because I haven't seen where they say, okay, now we're going to correct it. And every day I come on here, sometimes I'll miss some days if something comes up. I'll miss some days. But for the most part, I come on every day and I talk about what's happening in the news, what's happening in our world. Just about every day. And when I miss some days, I had this one guy, really quick. Let me tell you the story. I had this guy, and I think it was on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. He put a comment. I put a statement out there, and I forget what it was, but I just remember what this young man said to me. He go, Will Johnson. He says, I come on here to see your show, and you're not on. He says, I'm highly upset with you because I'm on here looking for you and you're not here. I'm like, okay. And he says, because you're not here every single day when I'm looking for you, I'm no longer going to follow your page. I'm no longer going to come listen to you. And my response was to him, God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you leaving me a comment. And he responded back, did you not read what I said? I said, I'm no longer going to watch you. And I respond back to him. I said, yes, I did read what you said. You went out of your way to leave a comment for me complaining that I was not doing my show, meaning that you want me to do my show. I said, that means a lot to me. You're upset because I'm not doing my show. That means a lot to me. So God bless you for taking the time, for expressing how you feel. And you get to, and I said, if you want to unfollow me, by all means, go ahead. I'm not going to be angry with you. But you're upset with me because I missed a show or two. Thank you. That means that you actually cared. You may not like the fact that I missed the shows and you're angry enough to want to block me and, no longer follow me. And that's fine. People have had less reasons for following me, watching my shows. But at least you took the time to make the comment. And I said, God bless you. I said, I hope you have a wonderful life. And that was it. I don't know if he said anything after that. I just moved on. Because I'm not going to fight with someone who wants me to do a show, and I know I need to be doing a show because this is what I'm doing, and they make it really difficult. There's been times I really thought about just stopping because of the level of shadow banning and censorship that's taking place. I want y'all to listen to this interaction about the whole censorship and everything going on. And of course, like I mentioned multiple times, the left, they are in full swing. They love censoring Americans.
First of all, the collective anger over someone losing their job from the left was way more than someone who lost his life, first and foremost.
That's not true.
Second of all, I would argue, Congressman,
it was true.
You're absolutely right. It's more important to have an open and honest, fair, robust conversation, getting different viewpoints when you have a global pandemic that came in from China that was unforeseen, that was unprecedented, and no one ever thought possible. On top of that, it's always the Republicans, it's always conservative views that get silenced, shadow banned, censored from these various algorithms. The glitches never cut the other way.
Yeah, right? It's always conservatives that are on the receiving end of the shadow banning, these so-called glitches in the algorithm, the mistakes in the code. Isn't it something that it always affects conservatives and not the other way? Y'all notice that too?
The mess ups in the coding never skew against Democrats. It's always conservatives.
What are you talking about?
So Jimmy Kimmel.
I mean, you hear, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Can you give us an example? Will Johnson, I can be an example. Liberals, they don't see a problem because it's not happening to them. As long as it's not happening to them, it's perfectly fine. And then when conservatives do get a voice, remember Parler? You remember the app Parler? Remember? I created my Parler account on there, and within the first week, I had 14,000 people following my Parler page, and it was exploding. I mean, it was going through the roof, and they had to shut it down because it was doing what they don't want. They want to be able to control who is seen and who's heard. Even right now, even on social media, they want to control who is able to be elevated and who's not.
Coming back to air, fine. It was a business decision made by the parent company when he clearly wasn't going to apologize. He wasn't going to say he lied, even though he clearly did. The facts were already out there that it was not a MAGA shooter. He tried to make it so. So they have every right to kick him off the air, and they have every right to bring him back on. And Brad and I are going to disagree here. I don't care how many jokes he tells about conservatives versus liberals. I don't care how many guests he has on, whether they be more conservatives or more liberals. The marketplace will decide his fate and his future. And if he can't get ratings as he can't now, chances are his days are short on ABC.
Yep. Chances his days are short. Because he's not going to come back and say anything pleasant about MAGA Republicans. I don't know how many of y'all watched my show yesterday, but last Friday, I was talking about how on the 19th, I believe it was, I was talking about how it was a total hoax. I want to see if I can share that with you, just to prove this. Yesterday, I found the video where I was talking about the left, or what Jimmy Kimmel and what they were doing, my opinion, was a total hoax. And let me see if I can find that, because I actually put the date of that video before it took place. If I can find it here. Because I want to share this with you. Because I absolutely called it out. Up here it is. So I do this show called Culture Wars. Monday through Friday. I do this show called Culture Wars. And this is me on my show, Culture Wars, September 19th, talking about Jimmy Kimmel. And I straight up said that the Jimmy Kimmel and all of this was an elaborate hoax. This was the 19th. Now, Jimmy Kimmel just went back on last night, was the 23rd. I said this while he was still suspended. And many people going, nope, he's not coming back. He's not coming back. I want y'all to listen to what I said on the 19th. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think it's possible that they may have just done this to help Jimmy Kimmel's ratings go back up? Come on, think about it. Did anyone think about this? See, I think too much about some things. Think about it. Because Colbert, remember, he got fired. And they're saying President Trump did that. So they were probably like, you know what? This might be a good time to do this. And we can blame Trump. And we'll get all these radical leftist lunatics out there to think that Trump did it. We'll do a couple of days, maybe go over the weekend or so, and then we'll bring you back and we'll watch all the people tune in just to hear what you have to say. Am I off? Could it be a possibility? I mean, think about it. Just think about it. I can see them doing that. I can straight up see them doing that. So he might go back and they're like, oh, this is a win. Trump, you lost. Trump, you lost. And Trump had nothing to do with it in the first place. But that's what they're going to be saying. Because see, for them, they need a win. They need a win. Because every time they go and try to stop President Trump, and then they get these woke lawyers, what end up happening? Through the Supreme Court, through the appeals court, they lose. Just like they were trying to keep ICE outside of LA. They went to the courts and said, nope, you can't bring ICE into LA. And then the Supreme Court came back and said, no, the ICE is federal agency. They're going in apprehending people that broke federal law coming into the country. You can't prevent them from going into your state. Just like right now, ICE is in Illinois. They don't want them there, the liberals, but they can't prevent it. They want a win. They're not winning anything. So for them, this would be a win if they bring him back. Now, look, I'm just thinking out loud here. Are you? But if they do, you can say Will Johnson called it. It wouldn't, and the reason why I said it I would not put it past him to do it. I'm just saying. I would not put him past him to do it. And that's exactly what it looked like. Now there's two things to this, because some of the ABC, or I forget what it's called, Stream Star or something like that, they said that they're still not going to go ahead and continue to carry it. Right? They said they're still not going to continue to carry it. But I still think that this was an elaborate hoax. I'm entitled to my opinion here. And sure enough, he's back on. He went back on last night. I didn't watch it. I haven't even seen any clips on it. And I'm pretty sure he didn't went on there. He did not apologize. Maybe some of y'all seen it. I'm not going to go look for it, search for it. If it just happened to show up and pop up and like, oh, then I'll play it just to say, look, here it is. It just proved my point. Wow. But I called it out. Not to be like tooting my horn. Toot. It's just like, that's just their MO. I can see, because he's trying to be a comedian, and like the Democrats, they're the main ones to push an elaborate hoax. Russia. So why wouldn't I wouldn't put it past them to do this? Would not put it past them to do this. Not at all. But some of the other networks, that was, pushing Jimmy Kimmel, they're like, nah, because we're going to still take this as an opportunity, because you're making us lose money. So, and we don't like what you're doing. We're getting away from the wokeism. A lot of that's taking place too. All right, everybody. That is it for me. Thank you so much. Y'all like it? Look, I even got peel.net, the chat for peel.net to show up in here too. Right? Have y'all seen the peel.net chats up in here? Have y'all seen those in there? It should be showing up, right? Is it working? Let me see. I'll just put another one in there. We'll see if it's working. Let's see. I know it takes like 30 seconds for some reason, because there's a delay from my studio going out to the world and going to you. Yep. I even got peel.net in there. I'm really happy about that. There's YouTube in here, Rumble's in here, Facebook's in here. I'm still working on getting Getter, but I even have Instagram in here because I'm live on Instagram too. So I thought it was pretty cool to be able to have all your comments go in here. Now, before all the censorship and the shadow banning, if I were to put the comments like this, it would just be rolling off the screen like going crazy. I would probably have to go in there and have to slow it down because there is a slow down option for the chat. But nonetheless, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for wanting to have your chat pop up here. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. And this is where I get to interact with you because I do look at the chats and I can see people on there saying that they got banned because of their content about talking about Fauci. Right? They got banned talking about their content about Fauci and just, talking about the 2020 elections. People were getting banned left and right. I remember Facebook banned me because I put out a statement questioning what happened in 2020. I put that out there. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So, hey, let me ask you really quick, if you could go to my website, unitedamericanfirst.com. If you could support me there, I would greatly appreciate it. Sometimes people will send me the Rumble rants. I greatly appreciate it, or the super chats. And I greatly appreciate that too. And one of the things that I don't have it set up here. Let me see if I can add it really quick. This is like a really cool option here that I have with this new tool that I've had for maybe a couple months now, maybe a couple months. But it's a new tool. And so this is what I want to do. When someone sends me a Rumble rant or someone sends me a super chat, and sometimes people will send me through Cash App while I'm live, because they'll go directly to my website and support me. But when I notice it and when I see it, I'm going to do this. Look at that. Is that cool? Is that cool or what? So when y'all bless me, this is one way for me to acknowledge it. When I see it, I try to, so hopefully I'll be able to see each and every one of them. And maybe one day Facebook will allow me to collect the stars that, people were sending me. But I'm asking you if you could go to my website, unitedamericanfirst.com. And if you could bless me there, just like here, a young lady, Diana, I'm going to cover up her address. She sent me something in the mail, and I keep every envelope, and she sent me a wonderful letter on the inside, and she sent me a blessing to help me to continue. So this one's for you, Diane. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Is that cool or what? Is that cool? Not cheesy, is it? I like it. That's all that matters. I like it. I like it. And actually, there's another one with some confetti. Let me see if I can find the confetti. Would y'all like the confetti one? Let me see. Oh, yeah, I can just switch it right here. Look at this. Watch this. I think I like the balloons better. It's a little weird. The confetti's a little weird. Oh, what is this here? Oh. Look at that. That's some dollars. Right? And I think I have one more that I can probably change it to. Maybe one time I'll do a vote. Yep, that one just goes up. I'm not sure what those are. They said little emojis. I think the balloons are the best ones. So, right? I think the balloons are the best ones. So, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for all the blessings. Thank you so much. If you would, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Please share this video. Please share the video. All right, everybody. God bless. I'm just over 1 hour from now. Make sure you tune in. I'm gonna talk some about this incident that took place in Dallas at an ICE facility. For those of you that don't know, there was a shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. It said, the last time I saw the report, it said 3 people were shot. And apparently they said the shooter has ended himself. So I'm planning on having more information about that. come over to Culture Wars. Go to my website, unitedamericanfirst.com, which you can see right here. Let me see if I can put it back. Go right here. You can see it right there, unitedamericanfirst.com, and you can see right there, Culture Wars, right there in the middle, the 3 squares down there, or rectangles. You can see them right there in the middle, Culture Wars. And those are the shows that I do throughout the week. Culture Wars right there, just over 1 hour from now. I'm going to talk about the shooter. I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm still not trusting Facebook and YouTube. They're going to allow free speech in the matter, but I'm gonna give you my take on it. So make sure you go set a mobile alert on your phone, and make sure you tune in to check it out. All right, everybody. God bless. See you on the flip side. Stay safe.